Hey guys, I'm Geek, and I got a 3DS for Christmas here, and it was that Target bundle, I guess, that my mom bought me or whatever for Christmas. They had the Super Mario 3D Land, and a lot of people told me this game was great, so I went into it foolishly with high expectations because I was like, maybe Nintendo's back. I know the hardware is shitty and, the system isn't the greatest thing in the world and it has a 5-hour battery life. But the games, it's still Nintendo. Games probably are still good. Unfortunately, Super Mario 3D Land is exactly what people don't or shouldn't want in a Mario game. It honestly feels rushed to shit, and it feels like they didn't even try. It honestly does. It feels like they took the 2D Mario, put it in the 3D plane, quickly threw together 8 worlds, then a bunch of secret worlds. And I know the secret worlds are better, okay? I know the secret worlds are meant for people like me and the majority of YouTube out there. But the fact is, it's like Final Fantasy 13. Why do I have to sit through a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of casual, terrible bullshit, before I can get to the good part? Why do I have to wait? Why can't that be first? Why can't it just be awesome from the beginning to end? And it's sad because this game had so much potential. Because the system, even though it's not the greatest thing in the world, it's still pretty much a DS, and it's still, it could be awesome. But unfortunately, this is honestly the worst game in the main Mario franchise, and it's sad. It's really, really sad because I was like, man, well, this game probably will be good. And the thing is that it doesn't. It's not good. It's just really rushed. It's like, Miyamoto ran over to the Galaxy team's office and is like, all right, guys, our system is selling like shit. Our system has no good games on it. We need a Mario game right now. This will make people buy our system. We need a Mario game. Make a Mario game as quickly as possible. Don't even think about it. And make it easy as shit so that our casual consumers will be able to consume it and not feel like retards. So go, go, go. Make it, make it. And they made this. The first 8 worlds are easy as shit. And the only way they make you actually... the only reason it's not longer than... the only reason it's longer than 3 hours, the main story, is because they make you backtrack and have a certain amount of star coins that they scatter throughout each level in order to continue on. So, in order for me to continue on the path of, Super Mario 3D Land, this weird 3D, 2D Mario hybrid bullshit, is the only way I can continue. Like, once you get to World 5, they say, stop. You need 50 coins to get to this castle. So, the first 5 levels are like, whatever, let's not throw this at them right away like Sonic Unleashed so people don't get pissed off and put down the game. Let's throw it halfway through the game. So they throw it halfway through the game, and you have to go back and get 50 coins, and then you go forward. And then you hit it again at like 65 coins and 70 coins, then 90 coins, then 100 coins. You need 100 coins in order to beat the game. So in order to beat Super Mario 3D Land, you got to make sure and you collect 100 star coins throughout the levels. There's 3 star coins per level, and some of them are bullshit. Like, you have to look in binoculars in order to fucking find some of them, and look up and see if you see Toad in the fucking clouds and shit in order to find some of the star coins. So you need 100 of the star coins in order to beat the game, which isn't that much, but it's still bullshit. Like, you still should have been able to go through the game and not have to force you should have had enough levels that you wouldn't have to force people to backtrack in order to make the game artificially extend the game's life. And then to make sure that nobody gets too pissed off about having to backtrack, they make it almost impossible to get a game over. It's impossible. I think it's actually impossible. Because you get like 5 or 6 lives per fucking level. It's easy to get 100 coins on a single fucking level. Not only that, but the red coins are easy as shit. They're not hard. And there's tons of 1-ups hidden throughout the levels that are easy as shit to find because the levels are like fucking tiny as shit. And it's just... If you leave a level without a single 1-up, then you're retarded. Because they're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. And And it's so easy now with the Tanuki suit to get a 1-up on the flag. And there's a Tanuki suit in almost every fucking level of the game, except for the ones that force you to use the star coin. I mean, force you to have it for the star coin. Those levels don't have Tanuki suits, or they do have them, but it's past the point of where you can actually get the star coin. Like there's this one in the second world where it's just like giant blocks and there's nothing there. There's almost no enemies, and you actually just collect coins the whole level. And the only way to get one of the first star coins on that level is you have to break a block with the Tanuki suit and then use the Tanuki suit to hit this Tanuki stump, and the Tanuki stump brings you to the top of the next level, and then the star coin's there. So that's the only way you can get that star coin, and it's all dog shit. Like it's all dog shit. This game feels so fucking rushed. And it feels like they at the start the levels after the main story feel like an afterthought. They feel like, oh well, we have to make this appeal to hardcore gamers or else the reviewers are gonna pan this. So they try everything to try to appeal to hardcore gamers, but not appeal to hardcore gamers at the same time. It kind of feels like the hardcore gamer is a mistress. Like this game, like they're married to the casual gamer, but they know that you're still there and they're still fucking you behind the casual gamer's back. So they throw in a couple stupid references and stupid things like that to try to keep you interested and try to keep you to keep playing the game. But honestly, this is a 7. This is a 7. That's what Super Mario 3D Land is. It's a 7. It's no higher than 8 because the game is short. The game has very little content. And to put this in perspective, let's put this in perspective with the 2004 launch title for the DS. Super Mario 64 DS. A lot of people pan this game, but now if you have a 3DS, I mean if you own a 3DS, it's way more playable than it was on the 3DS than it was on the DS because you actually have the circle pad, which although is kind of crappy, still way better than the D-pad for a 3D Mario. This game has all the levels from Mario 64, plus additional levels, plus extra characters, and multiplayer. This fucking game has multiplayer, and it's pretty damn good in multiplayer too. So you not only get a new fucking levels, you get to play the game with different fucking people and experience different fucking stars on some of the classic levels. It's just a shitload of more content. It makes this game look like bargain bin material. I mean, honestly, if you dressed up this game with any of the Pixar fucking characters and you told me it was a Pixar game, I would have believed you because it's just a generic 3D platformer. And the worst part about this game, the 3D isn't even that good. All right? They have all this shit coming at you to make it feel like a 3D experience, but if the 3Ds turn on, not only does it drain your battery to shit in like an hour, but the shit doesn't even come at you. You look at it and it's like looking into a fishbowl. It's not coming at you. You could tell that it's hitting the screen. So it's not even that good of 3D. And not only that, but the 3D hurts your fucking eyes after like 20 fucking minutes of looking at it. So I don't see the point of 3D. The 3D should have been totally left out of 3DS because the 3D, I'm sure the 3D takes up a lot of fucking processor, and they could have just made it, or a lot of memory in the fucking game too, because they have to layer that shit. They should have just made the game. They should have just made the 3DS not 3D, and they could have had just way better games with a way better processor. But nah, they have to put fucking gimmicks because they're Nintendo, and that's just how it is. So, I don't know. This is just lame. I mean, people bitch about this all the time, but this is a much fucking better game. I mean, it just has so much more shit in it. I mean, the port was shitty when it came out because when the original DS came out, the touchscreen is the same touchscreen that's on the 3DS, so it's a piece of shit. It's fucking Apple Newton garbage. But still, it was good enough. I mean, you had the little thumb pad that came with the original DS, and that worked okay. And even if you didn't want to use that, now with the 3DS, you have a fucking analog stick, so this game's even better. This game has a fuckload more content and even a fucking basic multiplayer. I mean, I love playing Mario multiplayer. A lot of people didn't like it, especially with the Yoshis on this one. I don't know. I loved playing that. I loved even back in the day when you get Super Mario Deluxe and you fucking hooked up your Game Boy Colors with the fucking link cable and you played each other. Why couldn't they have something like that? You know, like fucking challenge stages. Me and Gore the movie god can maybe connect through a Nintendo Wi-Fi connection and try to race each other to the end of the level, like in the old Super Mario's. Like I don't get why they wouldn't do that. It makes so much sense. It was cool back in the day. It would be cool now. Like and then like they put pictures in there, but unlike Super Mario Deluxe for the Game Boy Color, the fucking Game Boy Color. Super Mario Deluxe, you could edit the photos, you could fucking change them and shit. Hey, it would be great if I could like send it to my fucking SD card and I could fucking change it around or mess with it. But no, they can't even do that. So the fact is that the previous Mario fucking portable games are way better. I mean, the only one I could think of that's about the same length is new Super Mario Brothers, and that was also kind of shitted out. But that was shitted out not to be a console seller, and that wasn't meant to sell the DS. This was meant to sell the DS, and this wasn't that great of a game. And just, it was okay, but it was not. It's a 7. It's not a fucking fantastic game. It's nowhere close to being the best game, even one of the best games released this year. All right, it's just it's an okay game. It's a fucking decent game, and it's cool and all, but it's just like whatever. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed because Nintendo has always kept Mario kind of sacred. They would come out with a Mario game and it'd be fucking amazing, and it would be open to casual gamers, but it would focus a lot on the hardcore gamer and give a great, long-lasting, great replayability experience. And this feels like it was shitted out garbage. Like they needed to bring a Mario game out, which they did because the 3DS wouldn't have sold anything this holiday season if it wasn't for a fucking Mario game and the price drop. But still, come on, Nintendo. Hopefully, this isn't the last Mario we see on 3DS, because I have a 3DS now, and I'll buy all the fucking exclusives for it. I'm not going to buy fucking Wii U, because Wii U is going to have these circle pads, and I can't imagine myself playing any fucking game with that on a console. But whatever. Samuel out.